Good evening, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to the 2024 Susan B. Anthony Women of Influence Awards Dinner. That's right, we can applaud. My name is Tamara Coleman, and it's my honor to be the MC for this part of the evening. Our 33rd Susan B. Anthony event recognizes women who believe in equity and exemplify this philosophy. Give of themselves so others might learn, grow, and succeed, and inspire leadership, commitment, and collaboration. Back in 2016, the board of Susan B. Anthony Awards Dinner decided to spice things up a little bit and not just award a Lifetime Achievement Award, but also the Women of Influence Award, knowing that so many community members exemplify Susan B. Anthony's spirit. We would never be able to honor them all at one time, so it was necessary to add some more awards. Since that change and moving to a bigger venue, we've averaged about 400 attendance per year, and this year we've increased that number. That's right, tonight we have 422 people here to celebrate, that's right, these fine award winners. So give yourself a round of applause for helping us honor these wonderful women of influence, some of Kenosha's finest. Moment of silence, please, if you would join me. We have a pillar in our community who went from labor to rest. And this young lady was a Lifetime Award winner, and she was a serious pillar in our community. And so if you could just join me for a moment and give honor to the legacy of Catherine Marks, again, who's gone from labor to rest. And we are just so thankful for her commitment to this community. We are better because of her participation in being a woman of influence. Let's give her a moment, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. At this time, I would just want to take a brief moment to recognize some of our past recipients of the Susan B. Anthony Lifetime Achievement Award. As I call your name, would you please stand? Please hold your applause. I know that you're going to want to applause after every single woman that's named tonight. But if you could just be so kind and just hold that applause as we honor some of our women that are here with us who celebrate the Lifetime Achievement Award. Honorable Barbara Kluka, just please stand as you're here. Joan Wilkie, Adeline Green, Kathy Barth, Jane Harrington Heidi, Deborah Herzberg, Roseanne Shales, Guida Brown, Michelle Serpy, Ellen Brookhouse, Gina Margigrano Freebus, and Terry Ruck. Now let's give these wonderful women a round of applause. Congratulations to each of you for making Kenosha a better place through your leadership. I want to also thank the previous recipients of the Women of Influence Awards who are here tonight. Please stand when I call your name, and once again, just hold your applause until we can get through the names. Jenny Bridges, Sandra Reese, Rita Hagen, Sabrina Morgan, Sharon Palmoville, Carly McNeil, Jenny Tunkeys, Patricia Demos, and myself, Tamara Coleman. Thank you all for being here tonight to help honor our recipients and for your part in making this great event every year. We are going to ask that all of our previous award winners please stay after the event so that we can take a group photo. So after the event, I know it's really exciting and everyone wants to hug, but if you could just meet us over here really quick, we can get some photos, okay? Thank you so much. Next, I want to acknowledge our elected officials and dignitaries that are in the room this evening. If you're an elected official, please stand. Oh, I know you're out there. Please don't make me call you out. There they are. Please join me all thanking these fine community servants for their dedication, commitment, and service to our community. Thank you for being here tonight. I want to also briefly recognize a few other people and organizations that make this evening possible. We cannot do this without our fantastic community supporters. So at this time, we want to thank our sponsors. Thank you to the Elizabeth Cady Stanton level sponsor, Snap-on. Thank you to the Alice Paul level sponsor, Kenosha Area Family and Aging, Kafasi. And also thank our Ida B. Wells sponsor, Uline, and the Women's Fund of the Kenosha Community Foundation. Please help me in honoring and saluting those individuals and agencies. Thank you. A special thank you to our Women of Influence supporter at Festival Foods as well for providing the delicious desserts that you're going to have tonight. I want to also thank Joanne Kahlberg from Joanne's Digital Imaging and Courtney Silva from C. Jane Photography for their photography services this evening. Now, Joanna and Courtney, please wave. They're in the room. Where y'all at? Okay. Yep, there they are. Now, I need some help tonight. Help them help us. So when they come to your table, smile pretty for the camera. They're going to be sure to get every table tonight if they can. And so please cooperate and just smile pretty for Miss Joanne. All right, and Miss Courtney. Can you guys do that for me? All right, the kids up front said, yeah. I love it. Let's take advantage of these moments and these memories so that we can treasure them for years to come. So please be sure, if you're taking any pictures of yourself, to hashtag SBA 2024 so that we too can capture your memories for our achievers tonight, okay? For our archives. Now, how many of you like flowers? No? Ooh, Amanda, they don't like flowers, so we're going to have a lot of flowers. Well, I'm glad for those that you like flowers tonight, because thanks to our wonderful sponsors at Howland Flowers, you can purchase those flowers for a small donation of at least $20. You can use our QR code that you'll see around the room. Okay. Okay, thank you. You can use the QR code that you'll see around the venue tonight. Scan and go. You can also use the QR code at your tables, and you can scan that, or you can pay. Well, there's an envelope on each table attached to the flyer, and you can put your donation in there. Just be sure that you drop it off at the bin upon your exit this evening. You can. We thank you in advance for your continued support. Now, y'all saw Guida come up here, so I got to go back. Where's Florence? There she is. Everyone look at Florence. I made a mistake. I left Florence off. Florence is a Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Oh no, Florence, stand back up. This is your moment. I messed up. Woo! Florence, charge it to my head, not my heart. We love you. Thank you. Lifetime Achievement Award winner previously. Thank you, Florence. And thank you all for helping us salute Florence. Finally, I would like to acknowledge our Susan B. Anthony Women of Influence Award Planning Committee, who have worked tirelessly throughout the year to plan and organize this evening's event. Each year, the women give their time and talent to honor women in our community who are making a difference in the lives that they touch. As I call your name, please stand and please remain standing. Again, please hold your applause until I've read all the names. Guida Brown, Wendy Gauss, Amanda Blummel. And see, you see there's nobody standing, right? It's because they're all walking around and working still. Rita Hagen, Selena Garcia, Rebecca Mataska-Minty, Ashley Henricks, Jenny Tunkeys, Frances Kavanagh, and yours truly, Tamara Coleman. Now you can give us a round of applause. Working with these ladies is wonderful, and we thank you for volunteering your time and your expertise. The women on the planning committee are also members of our co-sponsoring organizations, AAUW of Kenosha Branch, the Kenosha Women's Network, and Tempo Kenosha. We thank you to these organizations for helping make this evening possible. You can read more about each of these organizations and how you can be a part of those organizations in tonight's program booklet. At this time, I'd like to invite Jenny T, who's coming on up, to the stage as we begin the awards portion of our program. Jenny?
Thank you, Tamara. And I just first want to say, what a gorgeous crowd this is. Let's give yourselves some applause for how great you all look. So as Tamara had mentioned, all of the money raised tonight goes to the nonprofit organizations that help women and girls in our community. So they don't actually know how much money they're going to receive for their grant until after this evening's event. And also the money goes toward the scholarships for the non-traditionally aged women. So we're all looking for you to please give generously. There's the auction in the back, there's the raffle tickets, the flowers on your table. All of those things go toward the scholarship winners and toward the nonprofit organization. Now, yesterday was a big day. It was the 50th anniversary of the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. And what that is, if you've not heard of it, it took until 1974. Jenna, I think even your parents are a little older than that, but 1974 until women were able to have a credit card in their name. Just 50 years. So I urge you, women, use those credit cards tonight with your names on them to help our scholarship winners and the nonprofit organizations. And don't forget the lovely flowers. So I would like the scholarship winners to come up here. I'm looking for Shannon Adamczak and Lisa Kermit. Come on down. So thank you so much. First we have Shannon, and Shannon is seeking a bachelor's degree in accounting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
And if you would. Let them get their picture.
Get out of their way.
Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa is pursuing her Master's of Science in Clinical Mental Health Care. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Next, I am pleased to present certificates to representatives of nonprofit organizations, and I would like the representatives of the following organizations to come up here on the stage and to stand here to my right. I am looking for the Boys and Girls Club, ELCA Outreach Center, Hope Council, CAFASI, which is Kenosha Area Family and Aging Services, Kenosha Literacy Council, the Shalom Center, Sharing Center, and Society's Assets. Please come on down. We are so blessed in Kenosha County to have these organizations that work so hard to help give a hand up to people in need in our community. So thank you so much for all the hard work you do for Kenosha County. First up is the Boys and Girls Club for its Smart Girls program, which is a small group health, fitness, prevention, education, and self-esteem enrichment program. Accepting the certificate is Terry Gamble. Thank you. Next is ELCA Outreach Center for its Feminine Products Project. I think that's self-explanatory, but if you need a little refresher, it means that tampons are too expensive. That's what that means. And accepting the certificate is Latasha McClendon. Oh, and Gabby. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Hope Council, which is receiving a grant for its Loved Ones group. It's for adult family and friends who are concerned about a loved one's alcohol or other drug use. Accepting the certificate is Executive Director Michelle Sandberg. Congratulations. Kafasi is receiving a certificate for its Power Her with Essentials program, which provides undergarments and personal items. Remember what I said about the ELCA program. Same applies here. And personal items for women. Accepting the certificate is Kim Peterson. The Kenosha Literacy Council is receiving a nonprofit award grant for its Lifting Women's Voices project. When women are empowered through literacy, they can find their voice, receive education, and improve their lives. Accepting the certificate is Executive Director Cheryl Hernandez. Next is the Shalom Center for its Shelter Bus Tokens program. This provides housing, food, and needed support to individuals and families in our community to use the grant award to purchase bus tokens for children and adults. And accepting the certificate is K. Ron Thomas. The Sharing Center is receiving a nonprofit award for its hygiene supplies program, which again helps women pay for essential items like feminine products, diapers, and there has been a 230% increase in demand for that program. Accepting the certificate is Executive Director Sharon Palmaville. Finally, Society's Assets is receiving a nonprofit grant for its Advocacy and Action Project, which provides braided funding for medical transportation for people. Accepting the certificate is Callie Hauter and Cindy Thomas. So thank you all for your time and attention, and remember, use those credit cards. You've only been able to use them for 50 years. So thank you so much.
Housekeeping. Please stay until the very end so we can honor each one of these wonderful women. And lastly, if you were one of the people who won a silent auction, please wait until the end to make your payment and to collect your item. We have expedited the process with the QR code that Tamara had mentioned before, so hopefully that will help at the end. My name is Amanda Blummel, and I am so very, very honored to be able to present tonight's award recipients. The first award is presented to a woman making a difference through her work in business, government, or nonprofit. The 2024 recipient is Nikki Denard Payne. Nikki is in the public involvement and outreach manager at the Southeast Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission. Her role in itself makes an impact on our community, but Nikki doesn't stop there. Oh, no, 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 no. Can I just say this woman literally does it all. I could rattle off a list of organizations that she's a part of, but I don't think that truly captures everything that she's a part of. Nikki wholeheartedly gives back to her community and to women by advocating, educating, and mentoring. Her nominator praised her for inspiring all who know her because of her infectious smile that radiates passion for her community. She strives to spread awareness, both locally and nationally, on causes that are near and dear to her heart. And because of the genuine person she is, people listen. Nikki shared that she is a big kid and the biggest Disney fan. I tried so very hard to bring a pair of ears tonight. I really did. I don't know about all of you, but I think this honor warrants her to have a celebratory trip to Disney. What do you all think? I think so. Please help me congratulate Nikki Denard Payne as a 2024 Woman of Influence in Business, Government, or Nonprofits.
The short people have to take it all the way down then, I guess. So, I promised my mom I was not going to do my normal crybaby thing, so I'm going to try to hold the tears back. But tonight I am so honored to receive the Susan B. Anthony Woman of Influence Award. So thank you to the committee. I'd like to also thank my family who has come from all over, mostly Alabama. So, family, raise your hand. Then I have some very special friends that are here. I truly appreciate you coming and being part of my village. I have my Stillman College family that's here. And then I always have the lovely ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. My job is actually to be a person that flies under the radar. I'm not supposed to advocate. I'm not supposed to do a lot of things as far as my job. But those of you who know me know that I do advocate. I advocate with cancer. I have been with Relay for Life, the American Cancer Society's Cancer Action Network, because I have had so many people in my life that have been affected by cancer, and it is something that I want to see eradicated. As I said, my job is a job for you to fly under the radar, but at the same time to educate others. And I'm the person that's in the room, but I'm going to be the quiet person. So to receive this honor means so much. That means that my presence is being known. And there are two people who truly understand what my job is about. And I will say those are my two nominators. So I'm going to say a huge thank you to Adeline Green, who is one of my heroes. She is actually working with me about the job that I've had for the last 10 years with Southeastern Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission, which has been in existence since 1960 to provide holistic coordination of planning services in the region dealing with transportation, land use, and environmental issues for all 7 counties. So that has a lot of stuff going on with it, but we make an impact, but as I said, we're advocates. The other person is also Amy Brill. Amy's not able to be here tonight, but with her work with UW Extension, her previous job, she understood what I do, and it's nice for people to understand. I'm going to close this out really quickly and just say 2 last things. As a woman who has had issues with being able to have kids, and you see that in my little blurb that my family is the most important thing in the world to me, and I guess I should have also said, Pete, Sarah, Joey, please raise your hands. The people that I love the most, and my husband who supports me through all of the things that I do and takes care of the kids. I couldn't do it without him. But women's reproductive rights is something that is very, very important to me. I hope with this group that is here that we understand what is happening right now in our country, and that you remember to vote for the people who are going to take care of the women who truly care about their community,
compare about their kids, and excuse me, and who also love what our future is going to be, making sure that our children have an opportunity to be here. So in that, I'm going to say, remember to vote.
Congratulations, Nikki. Our second award is given to a woman of influence who is active in arts and education, and the winner is Rebecca Stevens. Rebecca is the AmeriCorps Seniors Project Director at Kenosha Area Family and Aging Services. Rebecca chose her career with CAFASI because it aligns with her passion to serve the community to help support children and families. In addition to her full-time career, she has served on the Kenosha Unified School Board for 16 years. That says a lot about who she is, not only to her dedication to the education system, but also to the trust and respect that she has earned with being elected continuously since 2007. It takes a genuine and special person who can lead by inspiration, and Becky does just that. If she can inspire her mother at age 63 to take her driver's test and pass, I say she can inspire anyone. Please join me in congratulating Rebecca Stevens as the 2024 Woman of Influence in Arts and Education.
Wow. Well, I got to take a deep breath. So just breathe with me for a minute here. I'm a little nervous. I just want to say thank you all. And I'm going to kind of give you just a little background of what I've done on the school board, because this is the education portion of the awards. So bear with me and just kind of give you a perspective of some of the things we've gone through. So again, thank you and good evening, everyone. I am pleased, honored, and humbled to receive the Susan B. Anthony Award for support in education and to join past recipients I admire and respect greatly. So thank you, all you past recipients and the ones today. You're amazing people, and you have been an inspiration to me, so thank you. I'd like to salute this year's nominees. Each are amazing women who have done outstanding things and contribute to our Kenosha society and do amazing work every single day in our community. So thank you. I'm really honored to be nominated with Nikki and Rebecca. All right. So I want to also thank Darlene for nominating me and all the support through the nomination process. So I really appreciate that. It's so kind. And a huge thank you to my family, friends, workmates, for always supporting me and being here this evening to help celebrate. Thank you. My CAFASI friends, I want to mention my daughter Bree is here, and my daughter Abby, and then we have some really wonderful young ladies, Essie, Bella, yep, yeah, Avery and Cecilia. Where'd you go, Cece? There she is. Hi, Cece. Well, I want to just thank my family, though, because they have stood behind me and supported me all the way. So thank you to Bree and Abby. Thank you, and to my grands. They're amazing. I would like to give you a little perspective on my service to the school board for the past 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. Where does the time go, right? Right, Nikki? So at my first meeting, I was shocked and surprised to walk into the back room before I'd been sworn in, and there was all this talk about a lawsuit and the board members, and I was like, whoa, what did I get myself into? So, it happened, and we moved on from there. And then there were a couple other things that were like huge projects. You're thinking, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? I'm thinking, we're working with the schools all the way. Well, it came up that we had a CDO issue, and then it was followed by Act 10. So you can imagine the stress and the turmoil, right? You get it, that we dealt with. But it was despite the many problems, I was determined to work through all of them with my fellow board members, administration, to put these troublesome issues to bed so that we could refocus our efforts on supporting students and staff and building a more robust education system for all students. That's still my number one goal, and we're still working through it. My goal was to continue to support an education that includes the arts, music, theater, and visual arts to help enhance each child's experience and positive connection. This also included sports for all those that needed that type of opportunity and connection in school. We went on to pass a referendum despite all the other things, and we expanded Indian Trail High School to solve the overcrowding issue. It's the exact opposite of what we're dealing with now, but we did that, and we worked together. We also expanded AP college credits and AP courses for our high school students, and we provided many other enhancements for all of our students. It wasn't easy, but we stuck with it and we got it done. It took a team working with our administration, and I want to give a big shout out to our superintendent right now. I don't know what table you're at, but thank you for all the work you do to bring the administration together, to bring the staff and the students, voices, teachers, board members. It's not an easy job, so thank you. As we move forward to make the necessary changes to address the new set of issues, we must remember we are stronger together. And to accomplish our goals, we have to work together as a community. So we all need to be involved and concerned about public education right now and getting the outcomes we want. Thank you, Avery. Okay, in closing, I'd like to encourage younger generations I really want to see you to continue to get involved because I've seen it more and more. And I am so impressed with the younger generations. But I want you to advocate for a more robust, better educational environment where all students' voices are heard and represented. And encourage your friends to join you. Pat Demos is in the room. One of the first things she told me when I started working with her at Kenosha Unified is find a good friend. Have a good friend right there by your side. Fei Lang, that was my friend. And I tell you, that was the best advice. So to have a friend join you. You're going to have some fun, you're going to have some bumps in the road, but you'll learn a lot and you will contribute. And more children will be taken care of because of that. So in closing, I guess my last thing that I can say to you is be the change you want to see in the world, and we will make a better world for all of us. So thank you again. I appreciate you all.
Congratulations, Rebecca. We'll give them their moment. The third award goes to a woman to watch under 40, and the recipient is Jenna Zion. For years, Jenna suffered with mysterious health issues, and after hundreds of tests, She was diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome. I don't know about you, but I had to Google it. So I encourage you to if you haven't. Now, she could have given up and let the disease define her. But instead, she uses it to spread awareness, positivity, and making a difference in the community by bringing people together through Soul Space. Jenna created Soul Space for people who are facing challenges, to give them a safe space to share stories and to make human connection. Jenna is a very determined woman. She first entered the Miss Kenosha competition in 2019, where she was first runner-up. She returned to the stage in 2022, where she was crowned Miss Kenosha. Jenna is an inspiring young woman who cultivates connections and encourages community involvement, and her role as the digital media specialist for Visit Kenosha allows her to do just that. She is kind, creative, passionate, and according to some, her middle name should be Inspire. Please help me congratulate Jenna Inspire Zion, the 2024 Woman to Watch.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on, guys. That was a I didn't expect that. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna hold it. Okay, so I am accepting this award this evening in a room full of some of my most very favorite people. And I wanted to say that this award is to Soul Space. Because without the beautiful people that show up to Soul Space, I would just be a girl in a room alone. And I always say that whoever shows up to Soul Space is Soul Space. So thank you guys. I love you. Thank you to everyone who came here to support me tonight and those who came to support the other woman being awarded. I admire each of you. Thank you to the committee and to Jane Harrington, who... It is so funny. I've never even met her in person. We talk on the phone a lot, and she saw something in me, and we bond over our health problems, and she heard the story of Soul Space and felt compelled to nominate me for this award. And I cannot thank her enough, and thank you to the others who contributed to the nomination. Second, I would be remiss if I did not say tonight that if our feminism isn't intersectional, it isn't feminism. So I would like to thank the trans women, the queer folks, and the women of color who are existing and doing incredible things, who came before me and will come after me. Thank you. Because I'm very privileged to be here, and having a title like Miss Kenosha is really cool and sparkly and special, and it gets you a lot of face time in Kenosha. But there are a lot of women under 40 that are not getting as much attention as me, so it is a great privilege for me to be here. But there are a lot of women I know doing great work that deserve it a lot as well. If you don't know anything about Soul Space, please bear with me and don't kick me off the stage. I just have a couple things to say. Soul Space exists and breathes in two ways. One is in the physical group sessions we have together, and the other is in the way we live our lives. If you ask my mother, Julie, Soul Space is a verb. She will soul space people in the Woodman's grocery aisles, be warned. It is truly a way of living, and it means that you are really aiming to create authentic, meaningful connection. And that oftentimes means you are rolling in the dirt because vulnerability hurts and it's hard. And cutting through the BS of it all can be really challenging. And so sometimes Soul Space isn't sparkly. Sometimes it's a bunch of people ages 18 to 65 crying together. But we're all there because we are seeking one thing, and that is to feel like we belong. And I'm happy to say that I've never met someone who came to Soul Space and didn't leave with a greater sense of belonging. The conversations that we have lead us to grow as people. They're terrifying to have, but no amount of vulnerability in this life comes without courage. So be proud of yourselves, each of you that come and share, because it's not easy. Now I have some people to thank. Like I said, without the people that show up, I'm just a girl in an empty room. I facilitate the space, but the people that come are everything. And it is not a one-woman show. In fact, there are many women to watch under 40 here tonight. And I'd like to honor each of them. So if I say your name, could you please stand up? Number 1, Miss Stephanie Mack. If there's a woman to watch in this room, Stephanie competed for Miss Kenosha 3 times, and she was awarded Miss Congeniality all 3 years. She came with me and my family to Miss Wisconsin not once but twice, and she stayed in a hotel room with my parents and my dogs to help me and cheer me on, and she has been there for every single second when she could have seen that as a competition, as a threat. She could have seen that as a hard loss. But she's a woman who uplifts other women and has been by my side with Soul Space every second. So thank you, Steph. Sage Holloway. Sage lives and breathes by example of truly just being her authentic self and shining light everywhere she goes. Every time I have a creative idea that I'm scared of sharing, I go to Sage and she reminds me that it is crazy, but it's worth doing. And if it's worth doing poorly, because that means it gets to exist. And that leads me to Kayla. Kayla, please stand. I'm sorry, girl. Kayla is a great listener. Sometimes she sits still and doesn't say much, but when she does speak, it will shake the walls of the room that you are in because her power could move mountains. Thank you for everything you've done for Soul Space and for organizing the crayons, because I'm a messy person. And to the rest of you that are over 40 that I would like to call out, Kirsten and Julie, could you please stand? I'm sorry. I swear I'll hurry up. The moms of Soul Space. A lot of people think that Soul Space is just a bunch of girls in their 20s. It is not. We have people from all walks of life that come and learn great things. And sometimes we have people that come that don't have parents. They don't have somebody to ask about their taxes, about how to buy their first house. They don't know how to apply for college. But we have moms that come that have been mothers to people maybe they've only met once. And yes, one of them is my mom, so I'm a little biased. But Kirsten's not my mom, and she's changed the lives of many people who have come into our doors. So thank you, women over 40, for doing such great work. Now, rapid fire. Kyle, Grant, Anthony, John, Matt, Annette, Andrew, Jeanette, Nolan, Logan, Chris, Dora, thank you so much for being here and for being in my life. Dennis and all of Visit Kenosha and the Lakeshore Business Improvement District, thank you for supporting Soul Space and me and my crazy ideas all of the time. My sister, Sydney, you are my constant in my life. I admire you so much. My dad, you are the entertainer, the speaker, the comedian that made me laugh growing up every day, that made me want to make other people smile too. Thank you for that. Madison, thank you for sticking it out with me. Where are you? No matter what. And thank you for reminding me that life is supposed to be fun and not hard. Thank you for everyone for being here and for letting me go over 2 minutes. I am so grateful. And like she said before, please get out there and vote. Okay, awesome. Love you all.
Congratulations, Jenna. Our 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Artist Mahone Mosley, was unable to be here tonight, but she has sent a Mahone Scholar to provide her introduction to our final award for the evening. I welcome Jada Robinson to the stage to present the 2024 Lifetime Achievement Award winner on behalf of Artist Mahone Mosley.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jada Monet Robinson, and I am here on behalf of Artist Mahone Mosley. Miss Artist, whom I met as a student at Lincoln Middle School. I joined her Dream Girls program, where I say all the time she reinforced what I was being taught at home by my mother. She cultivated our minds, she cultivated our confidence, and she then went on to become my mentor and someone who would become family to me. So to be able to speak on behalf of her is truly an honor. She apologizes for not being able to be in attendance tonight, but she sends her best wishes to the Susan B. Anthony Planning Committee and event organizers, and she thanks them for all of their work for what she knows is a successful event tonight. To you, Miss Becky Matoska Minty, she says, congratulations on your award, and she loves you. She says, thank you for being a woman who is tenacious and stands firm in the face of adversity and advocates for her community. And she offers you a praise saying, you go, girl. And well done, well done, well done. Matoska Minty is the Kenosha County Clerk of Circuit Court and is an active volunteer and board member serving many community-based organizations. She currently serves as the chairperson of the Gateway Technical College Board of Trustees. She serves on the following boards: the Kenosha Achievement Center, the Hope Council on Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse, and the Village of Pleasant Prairie Police and Fire Commission. She was previously named Volunteer of the Year for the Kenosha Boys and Girls Club and the DARE Patron of the Year. She is also Vice President of the Wisconsin Clerks of Circuit Court Association. Please welcome me in joining our 2024 Susan B. Anthony Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Miss Rebecca Matoska Minty, to the stage.
I'm overwhelmed by those kind words. I want to extend my personal congratulations to the women of influence who have preceded me tonight on stage. Your work inspires me and should inspire us all. The best wishes of luck to our scholarship winners on your educational endeavors. Continue to do good. A major heartfelt thanks to the organizations who have been awarded their grants tonight and to all the applicants. I'll say it once and I'll say it many times. You are the fabric that holds our community together and uplifts so many. So thank you. Thank you to our sponsors tonight and definitely the planning committee. They work tirelessly all year long to put on this event. I've been attending for the last close to 20 years. Adeline Robinson was the first person of the event that I attended, and I haven't missed since because I found it so rewarding. The event has grown so much, and it's through the tireless efforts of the committee, so thank you all. I am overwhelmed and humbled by being awarded this fine distinction and joining a very prestigious list of remarkable women who have gone before me. They faced adversity in ways that I will never experience because they paved the way. Again, I am very honored to be part of this group. The energy of this room is so amazing. Again, I'm just overwhelmed. I can't even read, so. More than anything tonight, I continue to be thankful and grateful. I am surrounded by so many amazing individuals who have guided me and supported me, uplifted me, encouraged me, and have brought me to today. I hope you all continue to inspire me for decades to come. I specifically want to give a thank you to my mother-in-law, Kathleen. She nominated me. She embraced me the moment I started dating her son, maybe because he couldn't find someone else. But without her and my father-in-law, Merle, so many of my successes would not have occurred, so thank you, Kathy. I have further gratitude to my husband, Jim. You have been there supporting me in so many of my ideas, getting my master's degree, running for office, volunteering, and dealing with my love of old cars and leaky boats. Thank you. If not for Jim and Kathleen, I truly would not be able to devote any of my extra time to support our community. But much of my inspiration to do good in this world comes from my children, Tony and Chrissy. And thank you, Alyssa and Tony, for giving me 2 more reasons to gather my quest, my grandchildren, Lukey and Lainey. But Chrissy deserves my extra thanks because she has made me the center of my world. And she has to patiently wait for me to come home at night just to make things right because Dad can't. I love you. To my family, my parents, my siblings, I have 3 sisters here tonight who came. My 2 brothers aren't able to be here. My aunts and uncles, my grandparents and cousins, who rooted in me a great determination to make a positive impact on this world and showed me that a negative experience does not always have to have a negative result. To my tribe of friends, you guys know who you are, and that group is ever growing. For they, along with Jim, have traveled with me and supported me in so many of my endeavors. Your friendship, your love and support are beyond appreciated. To everyone in this room, I also want to celebrate you. You all play such important roles in building and shaping our community, forging on to make a better tomorrow. So thank you as we celebrate you tonight as well. But if you know me, you know I love meeting new people and making new friends. But it wasn't really until Tony was in grade school that I began a true path of volunteering. It all started with the Cub Scouts. Although I was a Girl Scout for over 10 years, I was oblivious to the commitment and passion of those leaders. But boy, I really learned fast. But from there, it just blossomed. That volunteer bug had bit me. It was so easy to become engaged, learning about so many organizations that supported our youth, our children, and then learning about local nonprofits and how they impacted the lives of so many. How could I not help in some way? But in hindsight, I think my desire to help is fueled by my realization of how often I was given a hand up. I was fortunate growing up to have the love of my family. Well, okay, most of the time. The adage says it takes a village to raise a child, and boy, did I need a village. I was fortunate along the way to have adopted moms who watched over me. Some are here tonight, and some are here in spirit. They continue to nurture and warm my soul today. I was even more fortunate to have inspiring teachers in grade school and high school and these hallowed halls here at Parkside. A special shout out to Mr. Marvin Motter and Mrs. Deborah King, who had a skillful way of guiding this headstrong girl to strive for bigger potentials. I can go on, a list of inspiring people who have guided and challenged me and provided me with opportunities and unique experiences. That list is endless. My core belief is in the analogy of the ripple effect. One good deed can go a long way. One drop of kindness can lead to a fountain of goodwill. Somewhere in my photo archives, there's a picture of Tony and his group of Tiger Cub Scouts saying their oath. Years later, I had the honor and privilege of swearing one of those bright young kids in as a Kenosha County Sheriff's deputy. In other professional endeavors, I've been able to mentor young people during high school and college careers. I feel I've been able to encourage others to pursue higher education and employment opportunities. While the credit for their goals and successes are definitely theirs, it has been a true fun and enjoyment to watch them. As I've mentioned, I've been blessed to have been guided and mentored by so many throughout my life and even today. I can only hope my impact on this world is at least a fraction of their impact on mine. So that brings us here today to receive this very special honor. In her nomination, my mother-in-law reminded me that I have always been a busy girl. I was a joiner in high school. I was very active in my kids' activities, and when they got older and more independent, that's when I became truly engaged in my community. My first role in a nonprofit was with the Alcohol and Other Drugs Council, with the first project being to rebrand the stigmatizing name. And now it is known as the Hope Council on Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse. I felt the difference that small step would make in fighting addiction and impacting our community. I continued to expand my knowledge of our local nonprofits, from judging contests with the Boys and Girls Club, attending spaghetti dinners, pancake breakfasts, fishing derbies, charity golf outings and galas, sometimes assisting with the planning, but oftentimes just being there in support of these worthy organizations. It all seems so easy to say yes. There are so many agencies and individuals that I have a great admiration for doing work that I am not skilled or capable of doing. Social workers, healthcare workers, especially long-term care and in-home workers, foster parents, instructors, and other direct service providers, and daycare workers. They are heroes that help knit the fabric of our community. Champions in our community that I've been privileged to serve with and for include law enforcement, educators from Carthage, Parkside, and Gateway, agencies serving underprivileged, as well as the philanthropic endeavors of our women's organizations. Treasure to my heart are AAUW, KWN, Tempo, as well as an amazing group of 100 women who care. In preparing my thoughts for tonight, I had to deal with him. Take a bow. In preparing my thoughts for tonight, I was reminded by one of those remarkable women from one of those organizations that tonight's event is supposed to be a celebration of my achievements. But I can only acknowledge that my achievements were founded on the shoulders of others. So tonight, I want to inspire each and every one of you to continue to take the time to do good. No matter how small the ripple is, it has the potential to do great things. Thank you again. I hope I'm able to continue to serve for decades. May God bless you all. May God bless America. And I really do want world peace.
Congratulations, Rebecca. That was very heartwarming. And we look forward to seeing all of you next year to honor another group of wonderful women. Thank you all.